Urgent Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Pittsburgh Steelers updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey Steelers Nation, today we've got some breaking news that's going to shake up a lot of fans' expectations and maybe even stir up some debates in the community. It's a story that's been developing behind the scenes, and trust me, it's one you don't want to ignore. So, grab a snack, settle in, because I'm about to take you through all the details, the implications, and what this could mean for the Steelers moving forward. We're talking about a major NFL transaction that has sent shockwaves across the league, involving a high-profile quarterback, a strategic move by a team looking to rebuild or retool, and a lot of mystery around the specifics. And, of course, we'll tie it all back to what it might mean for the Steelers, whether it's an opportunity for them to take advantage of the shifting landscape or a cautionary tale about the importance of smart roster management. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's set the scene a little. The NFL offseason is always a time of intrigue, a period when teams shake up their rosters, make bold moves, and try to position themselves for that elusive Super Bowl run. The trade market heats up, contracts are negotiated, and every move is scrutinized by fans, analysts, and insiders alike. It's a period full of uncertainty but also full of potential that can change the trajectory of a franchise in just a matter of days. And right now, one of the biggest stories shaping the narrative is a blockbuster trade involving a promising young quarterback, Levis, who's been gaining a lot of attention since entering the league. Levis, for those who might not be as familiar, is a player with a ton of raw talent. He's got a strong arm, good mobility, and a natural talent for reading defenses, but he's also a bit of an enigma because he's still relatively inexperienced at the NFL level. Coming out of Kentucky, Levis was highly touted as a potential franchise quarterback, a player who could develop into something special if given the right environment. And while he's shown flashes of brilliance in limited action, he's yet to fully establish himself as a reliable starter. That's why the recent trade that sent him from the Tennessee Titans to an AFC playoff team has everyone talking. According to reports, the Titans made a strategic move by trading Levis in exchange for a valuable draft pick from that playoff team, a deal that could have long-term implications for everyone involved. Now, what makes this story so intriguing? Well, for starters, the details of the trade remain somewhat undisclosed. We don't know exactly which AFC playoff team is involved, nor do we know the precise draft pick that was exchanged, whether it's a late-round pick, a mid-round, or perhaps even a future first-rounder. But what we do know is that the Titans are clearly making a calculated move, likely aiming to rebuild or retool with an eye on the future. They see potential in Levis, someone they believe can develop into a starting-caliber quarterback, and they're willing to part with a valuable asset in order to secure additional draft capital. This kind of strategic thinking is nothing new in the NFL, but it does signal that the Titans are perhaps looking beyond the current season, focusing on building a roster that can contend in the coming years. For Levis, this trade is a new chapter. It's an opportunity to showcase his skills in a different environment, to prove that he can be the guy in a new system, with new coaches, and perhaps even a different set of expectations. We've seen young quarterbacks get traded before and then flourish. Think of players like Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts, who found new homes and took their careers to the next level. Of course, every player's journey is unique, and Levis will have to work hard to adapt and earn the trust of his new team's coaching staff and fans alike. But the potential is there, and for Steelers fans, it's worth keeping an eye on, because the ripple effects of this trade could influence how the quarterback landscape shapes up in the AFC. Now, I want to pause here for a second. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. Because, let's be honest, the Steelers have been quietly building something special, and they're in a position where every move in the league can either open doors or close them. And if this trade involving Levis signals anything, it's that the AFC is becoming even more competitive. The Steelers, with their solid core of players, their young talent, and the strategic leadership of coach Mike Tomlin, have been steadily improving. They've got a talented defense that's been ranked among the best in the league, led by stars like TJ Watt, who continues to be a game-changer on the edge, and Minkah Fitzpatrick, who's arguably the best safety in the league today. The offensive side has seen significant progress, especially with the development of their young quarterback, Kenny Pickett, who has shown flashes of brilliance and leadership, and is now entering his third season with high expectations. The Steelers' roster is filled with promising talent, but what they've lacked in recent years is that one game-changing player, that star who can take over in crucial moments. And with this trade news swirling around the league, many fans are wondering, could the Steelers look to make a bold move in the upcoming draft or free agency? Are they going to target a quarterback or perhaps bolster their offensive line or secondary? The offseason is still young, but the Steelers' front office has always been known for their strategic approach. They don't make moves just for the sake of it. Every signing, every draft pick, has a purpose. And now, with the AFC playoff picture shaping up and teams making aggressive moves, Pittsburgh will certainly be watching closely, ready to pounce if the right opportunity presents itself. Another thing to consider is how this trade impacts the quarterback landscape in the AFC. With the likes of Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Justin Herbert, the competition is fierce. The emergence of young talents like Levis adds even more excitement to the mix. If Levis can develop into a consistent starter, it could shift the balance of power in the conference. For the Steelers, this is both a challenge and an opportunity. They're in a division that's highly competitive, with the Ravens and Browns also investing heavily in their rosters. But they're also in a position where they can stay patient, develop their young players, and wait for the right moment to strike. Looking at the bigger picture, the Steelers have a rich history of success. 6 Super Bowl titles, a tradition of tough, disciplined football, and a loyal fan base that's always hungry for more. Their recent seasons have been a roller coaster, with some ups and downs, but what's clear is that they're always aiming for consistency, for that elusive championship. The front office has shown a willingness to adapt, to rebuild when necessary, and to stay competitive even in challenging times. This trade involving Levis is just another chapter in that ongoing story of perseverance and strategic planning. And let's not forget, the NFL offseason is notorious for surprises. Sometimes, the most unexpected trades or signings can completely change the course of a franchise's future. So, Steelers fans, while we wait for more concrete details about this particular trade, it's worth keeping your eyes peeled for what's coming next. The draft, free agency, and all the rumors swirling around are part of the fun, and they all tie back to one simple goal: building a team that can bring that Lombardi trophy back to Pittsburgh. As we wrap up, it's important to remember that every move the Steelers make is driven by a desire to return to dominance. They've done it before, and there's no reason to believe they can't do it again. Whether this recent trade involving a promising young quarterback and a valuable draft pick is a sign of things to come or just a piece of the puzzle, one thing is certain: the Steelers are always in the mix, always looking ahead, and always fighting to be at the top of the league. So, Steelers fans, stay tuned, stay passionate, and keep supporting your team through every twist and turn of this exciting offseason. The best is yet to come, and we'll be here every step of the way to bring you all the latest updates, analysis, and inside scoops. Remember, this is your go-to channel for everything Steelers, and we'll never stop bringing you the latest news, no matter what the league throws at us. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this trade? Do you think the Steelers should be making moves like this, or are they better off waiting? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and, of course, to the team. We love hearing your insights, your predictions, and your hopes for the upcoming season. The Steelers have a storied history, and every fan's voice counts in shaping the future of this franchise. So don't be shy, tell us what you think, and let's keep this conversation going. I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and deep dives into everything Steelers related. Until then, stay safe, stay passionate, and as always, keep that Steelers pride alive.